Hi, Greg.
Hello. Would you like to start today's podcast?
Oh, okay. Hey, let's begin the podcast.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
We're so good at this.
We are pretty good. Well, this is two guys talking about lettuce. Welcome. We talk about lettuce and only lettuce, and that's the only thing we talk about. I'm Craig Benzine.
And I'm Greg Benson.
You're Ben's son?
Benson. Well, yeah.
Ben?
Yeah. Well, Ben was my grandfather, so my dad actually was Ben Benson's son. Ben Benson's son.
Okay. So then you're Ben grandson.
I guess I am. I guess from now on I should introduce myself as Greg. I don't know. I'm confused.
Why-
let's just move on. This is a terrible beginning to episode 5.
Okay. How's it going? You know, we never just talk, Greg. We never just talk. We always have an agenda. Why don't we just talk?
No, it's true. We're always like, oh, let's do a podcast. Let's talk about podcast things. No, you're right. We should just talk. I have been sick this week, but today I'm finally getting over that hump. How about you?
I have been healthy this week, and and hopefully not getting over that hump.
No, you don't want to get over the healthy hump. You want to keep humping. Keep humping that healthy. You want to hump as much as possible.
Keep humping that healthy pole, or whatever you want to say.
No, that's what they say. They say hump the healthy pole. That's exactly what they say.
Of course it is. Do you have any lettuce news, Greg? That was a good talk, by the way. That was a great talk.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that talk. I mean, I feel like we've gotten to know each other much more than we did before.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
and all of our listeners were there to experience that. All 5 of our listeners.
Yeah. Hey, Carl, Gary, Sarah.
Man, you're not naming any of them by their actual names.
I figured I'd get close on one of them.
You could try, but at least let's name our sponsor by their actual name. Thank you to Webster's Dictionary for sponsoring. They didn't sponsor; they're sponsoring today's.
Clearly, you did not read their product.
Oh. Well, I don't know what words mean, and that's why That's why they have paid us $12.3 million to sponsor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. Webster's Dictionary has a lot of expendable income.
The amount of money exchanging hands because of our podcast.
I know.
The money we don't see. Yeah.
I never realized there was so much money in podcasts. Did you realize that?
I mean, I did know there was some money, but not in our podcast.
Do you know what else I never realized is that when you and I do these podcasts, we're actually speaking over video right now. We're using Skype for the first time instead of Zoom because Zoom started limiting our time to 40 minutes. Skype does not do that. So we have switched to Skype. And I got to say, it's the first time I've noticed that you and I both have sunlight on the same side of our face.
Oh my gosh. Wow. This is good podcast material right here.
Yeah, we both have windows to the right of us.
Yeah, and we're both wearing glasses as well.
Man.
I don't wear glasses every time. I'm wearing them today.
I love that you're doing that. I feel like we're bonding in new ways.
Yeah, we're bonding in boring ways.
I got to tell you something. It has not been fun to be sick, but the one really good thing about being sick is that you get that sexy voice. You know, it goes real low. You get that. Now, my voice has actually recovered mostly, but it's still a little lower than usual, still a little hoarse. But when it was at its sexiest, I finally had an opportunity to do something that, I'm going to share it with you because I'm just so excited that I had an opportunity to be, I think you know what I'm going to say.
I do.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say, I fell into a burning ring of fire.
No, not Johnny Cash.
Down.
No.
Wait, you didn't let me go low yet.
No.
And the flames went higher, and it burns. That's what I do when I'm sick.
Wow. Me, I just turned into movie trailer voice guy.
Okay, yes.
And I made a little something just for you and our listeners, and I'd like to share it with you right now.
In a world where urine is forbidden, Joyce DeWitt leads a band of outlaws on a never-ending search for the bathroom in Urine Quest. Coming this December 1970. Rated X.
Wait,
Wow.
Rated what?
Well,
Was it
rated X. I mean, listen,
Oh.
back in 1970, when the rating system was new, they didn't really understand what an X rating was going to be used for years later. So they would rate movies like Midnight Cowboy and other movies. They'd rate them X. So I figured that Urine Quest would have probably been a rated X movie in 1970.
At first, I was disappointed to hear 1970 because I was kind of excited that Joyce DeWitt was getting work.
No, this is basically, we just heard, which is weird because they didn't make movie trailers that sounded like that in 1970. So
That's true. This is all a little bizarre.
yeah, I feel like we've gone into some sort of crazy alternate universe where current movie trailers were played back in 1970. I don't know how it works. And you know what else?
Yeah.
Joyce DeWitt was not a star yet in 1970, so she couldn't have starred in a film back then.
No, none of this makes sense. So from now on, when I see something that says Urine Quest, I will be skeptical.
No, absolutely. And you know what? I got to be honest with you. I don't feel like it's a real movie.
Huh. Okay. All right. What do you think would happen in a movie like that?
Well, I feel like it'd be kind of like Logan's Run, but in they're not running away from something, they're running towards something.
I got an idea. Logan's Runs. That's another.
Oh no, that was
sequel.
the sequel they already made, and it was just about he had some bad paella, and he got the runs. You don't really want to eat bad paella. Here's the secret. Here's how you tell if paella is good or bad. If the clams or the mussels that are in there, if they're closed, don't pull them open and eat them because they haven't been properly cooked. You know, that's the mistake a lot of people make. They're like, I want to eat all these clams, but this one hasn't opened yet, so I'm going to pry it open and eat the clam. No, it has not been properly cooked if it's not open.
Wow, I did not know that. Another tell though, if paella is bad, you can't stop pooping.
That normally doesn't happen while you're eating it, though.
So if you're eating paella and then you finish it and you go home and you watch a rerun of Seinfeld,
right?
Because that's the only thing on television, on actual television.
No, you'll have time probably to watch maybe 4 to 5 Seinfeld episodes.
Yeah, and then you can't stop pooping.
Right. Chances are you had bad paella.
What you got to do is don't eat the rest of that paella.
Well, I think the problem with your theory here is that you're not really helping.
Problems.
You're not helping people who are in the middle of their diarrhea episode at this point. It's too late at that point.
Okay, agree to disagree. Okay.
All right, or we could disagree to agree, which I think might be best for us.
Okay, I don't agree.
I'm just glad that we have a title for this episode because we never really have a title before we've started. Started is the word that I was looking for. Again, I need to read that dictionary.
Check that dictionary.
And it's going to be something about paella, how to keep from getting food poisoning from paella or something like that. Maybe there's like a more concise.
Maybe we should make it as wordy as possible. How to not feel bad after getting food poisoning when you go ahead and eat paella.
Yeah, when you have opened closed clams while eating paella. And we should probably say in a foreign country because a lot of times people go to foreign countries to eat paella. Oh, unless they already live there. Then it's not foreign to them.
No.
It's like if you're an actor and you're from England or something and you come over to America and you're talking in your own British accent and they go, this is good, but can you do it again and just lose the accent? And then you as a British actor say, you mean you want me to do an American accent? Because that's how they talk in England.
Sure.
And they're like,
a bit Michael Caine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, Mr. Caine, we don't want you to do any accent. We want you to just speak, normal like we do. And he goes, well, no, you don't understand. You see, I'm from England and I talk like this, and you're from America and you talk like that. See.
That was less Michael Caine the more you said it.
Actually. Oh well, that's the thing about Michael Caine. The more he talks, the less Michael Caine he is.
Sure, yeah.
So really, I did a perfect Michael Caine impression.
So you and I should take a trip to London and have paella.
Great with Michael Caine.
Sure, yeah.
I would love to have paella with Michael Caine. I think he'd be a treat.
You wouldn't eat him though.
No. I mean, I just mean that he'd be a treat after lunch. I mean that he would be a treat to hang out with. He'd be a pleasure to hang out with, is what I mean.
Would he though, or is he hard to work with? Is he one of those actors who's hard to work with?
I don't think that he has the reputation of being a guy who's hard to work with.
No, okay, you're right. He's probably all right. What about you? Are you hard to work with?
No, I'm a pleasure to work with. Everybody says, "Oh, that Greg Benson, what a pleasure to work with he is."
You sure they weren't saying Craig Benzine?
Oh, you know what? I think they were saying Craig Benzine. They sound so similar.
Yeah.
Is that the only reason why we're friends?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough.
And friends is a strong word, actually.
Yeah, I guess you got a good point. I mean, really, at this point we're more business partners than anything, because the last time I checked our Patreon, we have $13 a month coming in. And
we also we're dealing with all that ad money.
Well, I mean, we talked about that. I mean, we're going to owe a lot of that, but that's okay. That's all right.
We share a debt. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing wrong with sharing a debt with a friend. And again, a friend is a strong word.
I mean, a business associate.
Yeah. A business associate friend.
Business associate adjacent.
Listen, I'm sorry that I was 10 minutes late to start today. People who are listening, they don't know that I'm 10 minutes late, but I had a really good excuse.
Okay.
I was watching a TV show, and I needed to wait for the last episode to end. No, not Seinfeld.
Okay. Oh, no. That's a great excuse, first of all.
Yeah.
Secondly, what is the TV show?
I'm not comfortable sharing that information.
Is it rated X?
No, I was watching Upload on Amazon Prime. It's a silly little show, but I enjoyed it. It honestly feels like they're just like, well, The Good Place isn't on anymore. Let's make something like The Good Place. It's kind of like that.
Okay. Well, I wish you wouldn't have shared that information with me, Greg. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on. Do you have some lettuce things that you wanted to talk about?
I do. There's several interesting lettuce news stories lately. I also have some trivia.
Oh man, this is great. This is why people tune into this podcast. They want to learn things about lettuce.
Exactly. Well, I mean, like for instance, did you know that May is National Salad Month?
Of course, I knew that.
Oh, you knew that?
Yeah, everybody knows that. If you were to ask someone, hey, excuse me, what's National Salad Month? They'd probably say May.
Like that, exactly like that?
Yeah.
With a little bit of a pause and sort of like a almost burp.
Well, I mean, no, that was the sound of them like getting their phone out and Googling it.
Oh, so that's the sound you make when you.
Yeah. May.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen, this is what you do in National Salad Month. It was put on by the Association for Dressings and Sauces.
Dressings and Sauces. Yes. That's what I was going to say. Association for Dressings and Sauces.
I could tell you were going to say that because you did say it like a full second after I did. I could tell. I was. Listen.
It's the cold. I can't speak as quickly as I normally speak.
Okay. All right.
I've been sick for the past week. Give me a break.
No. And were you aware of this association, the Dressings and Sauces Association?
They're really. To be honest with you, I had no idea that there was an association for dressings and sauces. What do they do in this association? And how do we join? We should join.
They get together and they come up with cockamamie reasons for people to buy dressings and sauces. That's as far as I can tell. That's what they do.
Oh, we should totally. If there's any way that we can officially join them, because I feel like our podcast is sort of an in. Like they're going to want the lettuce guys.
We should have them on. Here's the companies that are associated with it: Blue Plate Mayonnaise, Hidden Valley, that's a big one. Ken's Steakhouse Dressing, Marie's, KC Masterpiece, Plotchman's. Are you aware of Plotchman's?
No. But my uncle had a bad case of Plotchman, and he had to go to the doctor and have it removed.
Oh, so he bought a case of
No. What I'm saying is that Plotchman is some sort of like a rare skin disease. Then he had to get it removed, and then the doctor gave him a sort of a salve. If I can use the word salve on this podcast.
I guess you can.
Yeah, he had to make him a little more savvy, as they say, and so he had to put on the salve. Am I pronouncing it right, or is it salve?
So you had to become more knowledgeable about a certain field?
I really want to have a real conversation with you. I feel like we're just trying to make jokes, and I'm being totally serious with you about the experience that my uncle had when he had a bad case of Plotchman, and you're making jokes about it.
I'm sorry to be flippant about that.
Yeah, please don't be flippant about my uncle's health. You know,
right.
I mean, the salve or I don't know. Can you look it up in your Webster's dictionary how I'm supposed to pronounce if it's salve or it has an L in it, but I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce the L.
How to pronounce salve?
Let's hear it.
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to hear it when I play it.
Oh,
did you hear that?
Yeah, let's hear it again.
Totally not a reliable source, though.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Salve.
Wait.
I'm reading. Salve.
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 That's what they say, but the person saying it has an accent. So.
So you can only pronounce that word with an accent?
Yeah, you have to go salve like that.
God, I always thought it was salve. All right, so it's salve. So if you use a salve,
I don't know that that's true. Let's just but yeah, okay. Let's just say that it's true.
All right, let's just disagree to agree.
Okay, we'll disagree to agree. I'm actually going to the actual Webster website now.
Okay, well, I thought that's where you were going to go. I mean, they are our sponsor. What were you using? Like one of their what do you think that they sort of own the marketplace? That it's sort of a monopoly. And if you don't know the word monopoly, look it up in your Webster's dictionary. Do you think that Webster's has a monopoly on dictionaries, or is there like some other company that you could name that like, oh, they make really good dictionaries also?
You know, this is the most I've ever thought about dictionaries, Greg.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm here for.
And frankly, I'm over it. So,
did you know that Webster's dictionary is named after that very short young black actor from the TV show Webster?
You know, I know that that's not true.
It is true. You can't make up stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't make up things?
No,
you're just saying that there's certain things that just can't be made up?
They cannot be made up.
Okay. Every time someone says that phrase, you can't make this stuff up.
Uh-huh.
My answer is, please leave my home. Please get out of here.
How did those people get in your house anyway? That's the confusing thing.
I know. I really need to lock my door.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did go to the Webster website, and they said salve. So
salve. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Listen, that was mine. If you rewind it, go ahead and rewind it. That was my initial inclination, is that it was pronounced salve.
You know what?
This is a great conversation.
Wait. Let's rewind it right now.
Okay.
You know how I think you pronounce it is sove.
Oh, whoa. I didn't remember that.
No, also, why were you talking so high-pitched?
Well, apparently that's how I spoke in the past.
Do we progressively get lower?
In the recent past, that's how I spoke.
I do not remember that. I guess I got used to it slowly.
Yeah.
The change. Okay, listen, I have like 50 news stories to get to, so let's get to the second one.
I'll drink some water while you do this. This is exciting.
There's a rickshaw driver. Oh, is it? Is this to prove that we're different people? You drinking water while I talk?
Yeah. Because you can't fake that.
Yeah. Okay. You can't make this up either. Rickshaw driver in India. A rickshaw driver in India is keeping customers cool with a roof of lettuce and tomatoes. He has a garden on top of his rickshaw.
Whoa!
It's like a tall garden.
Wow. Now that's an inventive use of lettuce.
And let me show you a picture of it.
Okay.
Since this is a podcast, you can pretend that I'm showing you a picture of it.
Whoa, look at that picture. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it? Can you describe the picture?
Yeah, the guy's he's got like he's covered in warts, and I don't really know what that has to do with it, but maybe that's maybe the only job he could get as a man covered with warts is the job of a rickshaw driver.
Okay.
You know?
I don't remember the warts in the picture. I don't notice them now, but okay.
I mean, look, improv is supposed to be about yes and.
I mean, but yes, I agree.
Yes, he has warts and?
He has a garden on top of his rickshaw.
Okay, good. This was good.
Anyway, another one. They're making Grateful Dead lettuce.
What? They're making Grateful Dead lettuce?
Yes.
Oh, because it's a head of lettuce and because they call Grateful Dead fans deadheads.
That's a really good idea. That's not mentioned in this article. But
shit.
yeah.
I mean, I thought I'd nailed it.
It's a company called
wait. Don't tell me. Because the lettuce is flavored with cherries and they call it Cherry Garcia.
No, there's a Cherry Garcia ice cream, and lettuce and cherries doesn't even sound very good. And so
let's talk about Cherry Garcia ice cream though, because that's a much more interesting thing to talk about. I think that's a delicious flavor. What do you think of that ice cream? It's
all right. It's good. It's not the one I choose. I would choose the peanut butter cup.
Well, I tell you what, if you think it's just all right, then that means that's like the perfect thing for us to make our next podcast about. Because that's both how we both feel about lettuce.
That is sure how we feel. Anyway, here's a trivia question, Greg.
Hey, you know what? Can you hold on to that trivia question until after the bonus talking section? Because we have now reached the time when we do a few minutes of bonus talking just for our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/two guys talking about lettuce.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was 12:43.
No, that's exactly the time when we do bonus talking. And the bonus talking starts right, not yet, and almost now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/two guys talking about lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
And that is the end of our special Patreon-only bonus talking. I hope that you all enjoyed it. All 5 of you on Patreon enjoyed that.
Yep. I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
It was all right.
Really?
Listen, I think it was amazing. I just don't want to make all the regular people feel bad.
Okay, so you just whispered real close to the mic, so it was much louder.
I know, because I don't want to upset all the normal jerks.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna get really quiet now, really, really quiet, and I'm gonna tell you that you actually are getting louder when you're trying to get quieter.
Okay, all right. Hey, listen, I actually have news. I thought there were only 5 people supporting us on Patreon. Turns out there are 9, and two of them are you and me.
Oh, we're supporting us?
We're supporting ourselves.
That makes me feel good. That makes me feel like I enjoy myself.
I want to go ahead and do a shout out to all the people who are supporting us on patreon.com/two guys talking about lettuce. That's right. There are so few of you that I can do personal shout outs. Dave, Ian, Cricket, Ick, Better and Better, Alan, and Elginze. Elginze.
Obviously, you didn't rehearse this, Greg.
No, I didn't. That was all. It was all just like, yeah.
From the heart.
But I want to thank them, and I also want to thank Wheezy Waiter and Greg Benson.
Yeah.
Why does your Patreon say Wheezy Waiter and mine just says Greg Benson?
Because I have no idea. That's just what I put when I do everything.
You have a regular name. You do have a name of a person. Like you have a person's name.
Frankly, I have forgotten what it is. I may have said it earlier in this podcast, but I don't remember now.
If you ever forget your name, just think of my name and then say something similar.
Okay. Granbenso?
That's close enough. That's close enough.
Okay.
If you were to introduce yourself, just do that trick.
Okay. I'm Grabginsam.
Speaking of tricks, let me ask you a personal question. If you don't mind me asking you something that's very personal, on the
Okay.
stream.
I do, but yeah. go ahead.
Are you a shy peer? Do you have trouble like standing at a urinal next to a bunch of strangers? Like, let's say you go to like a baseball game and there's people all around you. Does it take you like an extra minute to pee? Like if there's people standing next to you?
Listen, I'm not shy at all. Sometimes I turn around and pee the other way.
You mean you'll pee like on a person who's next to you? You'll just turn next to them and just start peeing directly on them?
If they happen to be there, yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, remind me never to go to a public restroom with you. I don't want you to pee on me. I mean, I do, but not in a public restroom.
Oh, okay, Greg. That's okay. So far, this is a second reference to urine in this podcast.
See, here's why I ask.
Yeah.
Because I have always been a shy peer. I have a problem going into like a public, especially if it's busy and if there's people waiting for the urinals. There are like people behind me. I feel like it's a lot of pressure, and sometimes I just can't pee like that. And so I have a trick, and the reason why I'm opening up like this and sharing with something that's so deeply personal is because I want to help all the other shy peers out there with my tip on how to pee under pressure. So let's cue the theme music for how to pee under pressure. Go ahead, Craig. Play the theme music that you prepared.
Under pressure.
No, that's copyrighted.
Under pressure.
Nope. Nope. That's copyrighted music.
Okay. When you gotta go pee, but you can't. You gotta go to the bathroom and take it away, Greg.
Okay, no, I was doing the clapping, so I just wanted to make it a duet. My hands, your mouth. You know what I'm saying.
Sure.
By the way, that's the name of this podcast. My hands, comma, your mouth. Okay. I'm glad we finally found it. Okay,
From
good.
my hands to your mouth.
All right. So here's my trick. And this trick was taught to me by my friend John years and years ago. He said, if you ever have trouble peeing, he says, just think about Sylvester Stallone. And I'm going to take it one step further. Don't just think about Sylvester Stallone like in a movie. Don't just imagine like a scene from Rambo. No. Here's what I do. I think about Sylvester Stallone being clueless and stupid in everyday situations. Like, let's say I think about Sylvester Stallone sitting like at a child's desk, in a third grade class with a pencil and a piece of paper, and like he reaches down to try to write something on the paper, and his like the lead in his pencil breaks, and then he goes, I was trying to write, but the pencil's broken now. I don't know what to do. And that as long as I think of him being really stupid in common situations, I can pee like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say here's another one. I'm giving you a couple that you guys can take these and then go from there. Let's say you imagine Sylvester Stallone in a grocery store and he's in the juice aisle and he opens up the grape juice to try it and he drinks it and spills it all over his white shirt and then he goes, I got grape juice on me.
Drunk Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
He's not drunk. That's just how he talks in my imagination.
Okay.
Adrian. All right. Now, listen, I've come up with two good scenarios that will help people pee. I want to see if you can come up with one or two of your own, Craig.
Well, okay, I would love to, but first of all, I want to understand why does this help them pee?
Oh, you distract your mind and you think about Sylvester Stallone being an idiot in common situations, and you are the pee will just flow like it's never flowed before. I'm telling you, it works for me. Yeah. It works.
I would imagine Sylvester Stallone going to the bathroom, going up to the urinal, and turning around and peeing the wrong way, and going, "Oh, I just gotta pee. I just really gotta pee. Oh, Adrian."
Every once in a while, he does go, "You, Adrian," for no reason.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, really, I don't have a problem. I don't have that problem.
Here's another one. Sylvester Stallone, he's been eating honey with his hands, and his hands are really sticky. And then he reaches over and grabs a bunch of cotton balls and then they're stuck to his fingers, and he just goes, I got cotton balls.
Yeah, okay,
Stuck,
all right.
They're stuck to my fingers. And he's shaking them, trying. The cotton balls won't come off of my fingers. And you're gonna pee like you have never peed before.
Okay, so Sylvester Stallone is driving, and he's eating ice cream, and he's got an ice cream cone, and he's licking the ice cream cone.
Sure, I feel like I know where this is going. Yeah.
Yeah, he's licking the ice cream cone, and then he pulls into a gas station. And
I didn't expect that. Didn't expect that at all. Gas station, that's a surprise.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
And then a bunch of bad guys come out and they start firing guns at him.
Whoa.
And he pulls out his gun and kills all of them.
Oh God. I feel like I'm gonna be too invested in the story to start peeing.
Well, and then he goes back to his sergeant, and his sergeant says, "What were you doing? What were you doing there in the first place? You were supposed to be out on the case. What is that, ice cream?" And Sylvester Stallone says, "I'm sorry. I thought I just wanted to get some ice cream and fill gas in my car." And that's it.
And meanwhile, people are in line behind me at the baseball game going like, "Hey, are you done peeing or what?" And I'm like, "God damn it. Give me a second. Stallone has just killed some people and he has to go talk to his sergeant."
Exactly.
You know, if you keep it simple, like if he's just like standing out in a field eating ice cream and it's dripped all over his hand, and he goes, "Hey, my hand's all sticky," then that's enough to do it. Like that's enough to.
I feel like I might be doing it wrong.
Yeah, I feel like you overdid it and you made the story too good. And if the story is too good, then I'll never be able to pee. Like you keep making stories like that, and my bladder is going to burst, and it's going to be your fault, Craig.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'll try to dumb it down next time. So I got another one for you. I got some trivia for you.
Let's hear it.
You ready for it?
Oh, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right.
Wait, I'm not ready. Now
Okay,
I'm ready.
I'll wait.
Now I'm ready. Okay.
All right. All right. What did
yes.
you?
No, I am ready. I am ready. Yes, I am.
What do you have to do to be ready, Greg? Let me know. What do
it's
you
just
have
a
to
mental thing. I have to. It's honestly, it's a mental thing.
Okay, so do you need to picture some celebrity doing something before you're ready?
Well, no, what do you want me to pee on my chair here? No way.
Oh, okay.
No way.
All right.
I'm not gonna imagine celebrities doing anything.
So anytime you think of a celebrity, you have to pee now.
If I think of especially a celebrity doing a dumb thing, then yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna start this trivia now.
Okay? All right. I'll believe it when it happens. I mean, you've been trying to start it now for like 20 minutes.
It's true. I spent 3 hours writing this trivia before this podcast, Greg. Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
The presence of some fruits in the fridge may harm the lettuce. Some fruits, such as apples and bananas, produce what gas that may promote lettuce ripening?
Ooh, I know. Methane gas.
No. I have a multiple choice. Calm down.
I know. Super unleaded gasoline.
No. A, monkey farts. B, ethylene. C, carbon dioxide. D, your uncle's BO. E, different monkey farts. So different ones from the first ones. Or F, methylene chloride.
Man. You know, first of all, I would like to commend you on your comedy writing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Because I can tell that you didn't just copy this from the internet like I do.
Yeah, no.
You actually came up with hilarious things.
Oh, well, thank you.
And the reason why I'm vamping right now before giving the answer is because I'm giving our listeners time to stop laughing. Because I'm just imagining that they're home right now and trying to catch their breath.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Now, my initial response is that the answer, the real answer, is probably different monkey farts. But
yes.
Your voice changed when you said carbon dioxide, and I feel like that's a tell because your voice got lower when you said carbon dioxide. Here's the real answer. It's carbon dioxide. So I'm going to guess.
I probably shouldn't have said here's the real answer.
I'm going to guess that your tell gave it away and that the answer is carbon dioxide. Final answer.
Wrong. B, ethylene.
Now, give me a second.
Okay.
Or the real final answer, I'm going to say, is ethylene.
Oh, actually, you're right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, moving on.
I'm good with trivia.
The average American eats how many pounds of lettuce a year?
Different monkey farts.
Nope. A, 1. B, 15. C, 30. D, a buttload. E, no one cares.
The average American eats how many pounds of lettuce per year?
Yes. And you notice I did go lower on one of the answers. So.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's got to be either 15 or 30. I'm going to say it's 30 pounds a year.
Okay. It's actually E, no one cares.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. I had no.
But,
now that's a surprise. Now it's amazing what you learn on a podcast like this.
But it's also 30. C.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. You did get it right.
I mean, listen, I care. So I think that no one cares is not the correct answer.
You're okay. So yeah, you proved me wrong.
I care a lot.
Oh, I did not expect that. 30 pounds is, it sounds like a lot, but it sounds feasible, doesn't it? 30
oh yeah,
pounds?
no, I could eat 30 pounds of lettuce in a day. I'm sure if I put my mind to it.
Kind of boring trivia. Don't do that though. Don't eat 30 pounds of lettuce.
Hey, I'm gonna save it for you. That's for your next challenge video. You're always challenging yourself. We ate 30 pounds of lettuce a day for 30 days.
And then we died. So what expression referring to lettuce was first recorded in the 1930s? A, rabbit food. B, your uncle's foot fungus. C, Greg Benson. D, lettuce, I barely know us. Or E, flavorless water paper.
I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I'm pretty sure the answer is C, Greg Benson.
You are correct. Yes. It is.
Oh man, see? That happened that originated what you said in the 1930s?
Yes. People started saying, "Oh, could you give me a salad extra Greg Benson?"
Oh man. Hey, listen. Oh, that's quite an upcharge at most restaurants if you want extra Greg Benson in your salad.
That's true. It's true. Actually, I think it might be a rabbit food.
Rabbit food. Got it. Well, rabbits do like lettuce.
And so now the last question was that one.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That was the last question. A little anticlimactic because I thought we were building up to the last question.
Let's build up to it now. Let's build up to the last question.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can fix it in editing, I'm sure.
Are you ready for the last question, Greg?
Oh, my God. I'm so ready. Let's do it.
This one's a doozy.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, here it comes.
Okay.
I feel like that was a good build-up.
Okay, and I'm sure I'll hand this off to our editors. We have editors in Bombay, India. They're going to do all the editing for us.
Okay.
And I'm excited to see what they come up with. And listen, and this is perfect timing because I feel like we've covered all the ground we need to cover this week. This has been this is one of those podcasts that just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like it's more important too. Really, like, it's starting to seem like the world needs us. You know?
Oh yeah, that's why Burt Bacharach once said, "What the world needs now is a podcast about lettuce. It's the only thing that there's just too little of."
Yeah, it seems like such a specific request he had that nobody did, which is surprising.
Yeah, I mean that song's from like the 1960s. You think that someone would have done it sooner.
Yeah,
but they were too busy going like, what's a podcast? What's the internet? There's cotton balls that stuck to my hands.
Yes, they were too busy being Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, even before he was.
Yeah. I mean, I feel great. I feel like this podcast. How long do you think we're going to go with this podcast?
The rest of our lives.
Okay, what should we do on our 1,000th episode?
Oh, for the 1,000th episode, we should bring back one of our favorite guests. Who's one of your favorite guests we've had so far?
Me? Me, actually.
I feel like if we're going to have guests, we really should get on it because, I mean, we keep recording these podcasts without guests, but I feel like if we really could get Joyce DeWitt on the podcast, as we've talked about, that would help us immensely. And also, like, she's not doing anything. So,
I was expecting her to pop up behind you there, and she didn't. So
wouldn't that be great?
That was disappointing.
If her head just popped up behind my shoulder and she just waved and then just like slowly back down, that would have been a surprise for everyone. Especially
it would have also been a baller move to put her at the very end of the podcast. To just be like, okay.
Here's the deal. I feel like you've messed up here because this is an audio podcast. We're not releasing these videos yet. So I feel like what you've done is you've shortchanged our audience. That you could have said that she had popped up behind my shoulder.
Oh, I could have, but this might end up being video too.
Yeah, you're right.
We might put this.
Eventually, we should start releasing these videos because this is quality entertainment.
Wait. She did just pop up behind your shoulder. Wink, wink.
She did? Seriously?
Yeah, she's right behind you. Wink, wink.
I don't see her. I don't see anybody. What are you talking about?
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. If I wink, I'll see her? I don't understand. Anyway.
No, she's gone now.
Okay. That's the end of this week's podcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. I'm Greg Benson.
And you want to say my name too? I'm kind of tired.
Sure.
Actually.
And I'm Greg Benson. Listen.
You didn't say my name.
We'll be back next week with another exciting podcast where we will talk about some important things like lettuce.
I'm Greg Benson.
Until then, I'm Greg Benson. Have a great week, everybody. I'm Greg Benson.
And
bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Craig Benzine.
I'm talking about lettuce. I'm talking about lettuce.